What up? It's Orion B. Moaning. I'm about to read you a poem about poverty in the New Age, in the Northwest. It's specific, it's local, it's organic. So here we go. I know what it is to be poor in the New Age, in this Northwest region of the United States. It has nearly nothing to do with money. That comes and goes for everyone, bartered on words and stories, given as reward for achievement and as pity for failure. Poverty here amid dreadheads, natives, hula hoopers, hobo trendies, maturing punks looking to find legitimacy, meth wash-ups, weed lords, retired hippie activists, hyper-entitled rewilders. I know what poverty is here. Poverty. I taste it on my broken teeth. I smell it in my boots and panties. Poverty is the bearing of a perspective. It is minute glimpses at the comfort of friends, knowing that mere concepts of safety limit us from allying and horizontalizing space and resources. Poverty is being your own advocate and being called egotistical and COINTELPRO for it. Poverty is the lack of biological stories. Poverty is contorting to people's needs gracefully and really telepathically, with no judgment or else. Poverty is your rest and basic needs for nourishment being the lowest priority and often a point of shame and further degradation. There is an image of homelessness. It is of filthy spangers that you can smell from far away. There is a story of homelessness that is filled with extreme addictions and zero intelligence. But as a homeless person of this Northwest region, that is not the reality I know. I see the spangers and the addicts too, but I know them differently than those with stable shelters. I bum them cigarettes often and sit and talk with them. We intersect in that poverty is waiting. Poverty is becoming very fluid at saying, "It's okay, don't worry." I'm in disguise as I learn these lessons. Free boxes are good to me, and this society cannot compute me as a truth. This society cannot compute me as a truth. This society will not believe that a 30-year-old white woman not strung out on drugs could be homeless and in poverty. People literally say to me, "Come on, you could fuck your way into a home." I feel it in my dreams. An addict said to me as we walked to find a rolling paper so he could have a cigarette, "I'm not homeless, you know. I got a place and a job. I'm almost off drugs. I know I look homeless, but..." "Oh," I said, "I'm homeless. I know I don't look homeless, but..." Poverty is a backup of anger that consumes the brain, stopping thoughts and blocking access to wisdom and articulation. Poverty is an immense deficit of safe rest. Poverty is committing to not gold-digging white men. Poverty is resisting misandry and entertaining a fairy tale that the heteronormative freight train will not run you over repeatedly as you honor the validity of its tracks. Poverty is having no access to your biological story and dancing on eggshells around the biological legacies of others. Poverty is being white socialized working class and having your ears boxed by the hoarding of your peers' hereditary wisdom, because you have not been habitually trained to perform to their moral standards. Poverty is waterproof boots, wool pants, a sleeping bag from your last lover, a tarp, and a losing everything meaningful to you over and over, because you cannot carry it. Poverty is being too intense. Hence, the perpetual nature of it. You see me? Poverty is no space for grief. Poverty is walking a lot and carrying a lot on concrete. Poverty is teeny trinkets of love and thanks, like a fox spine bone and cedar smudges that disintegrate in relation to the reciprocity of owning class folks. Poverty is being surrounded by a class of people that believe community is disposable from the vantage point of having a parent's house to retreat to. Poverty is your friends not believing you're real. Poverty is dehydration and shitty food. Poverty is your mother drunkenly screaming, "I think we're Iroquois!" Or at least I get my cigarettes cheaper on the reservation. Poverty is attempting to meet every opportunity to move out of poverty and quickly having your upbringing slap the opportunity out of your hands. I didn't bring the right dish to the potluck. I didn't take my shoes off at the door. Poverty is becoming exhausted with just keeping your things out of the way and being reprimanded like a child everywhere you go with eye rolls. Poverty is hitching with your 4 bags just so you can maybe show up and for a second not appear homeless. Poverty in the Northwest as a decent-looking white woman. Poverty is working till your fingers bleed to not wear out a welcome, and the homeowners being offended by your blood. Poverty is there just not being time for it all, you know? Poverty is the perversion of a person's humility through social narratives. Poverty is 2 pairs of stinky socks and only realizing they're stinky in nice places. Poverty is, as my mother would put it, whore baths. As in, instead of taking a shower because you either don't have time or access, and dolloping your pits with essential oils instead. Poverty is people hearing your story and believing you cannot fend for yourself. And from that point forward, keeping you out of the conversation about your own well-being. Poverty is hearing your story and believing you cannot fend for yourself, and from that point forward, keeping you out of the conversation about your own well-being. Poverty is death by consent process. Poverty is infantilization. Poverty is free coffee and anxiety management by caffeine. Poverty is weeping in thanks when someone sees you as human. Poverty is smelling like a storage shed that smokes a pack a day, whose pheromones scream, "Get the fuck back." Poverty is never belonging. And poverty is also wildness, and a needing to believe in your intuition. In ways, it is a mandatory stepping up. Poverty is compassion and empathy for the others. Poverty is capacity for complexity. Poverty is knowing decolonization is relationship and understanding. Middle-class white settlers, you are a callous people. I am not you. But I empathize with your apathy because I watched you grow up. Most of my life I was confused for you. So now and again I received a middle-class coupon. I'd get a whiff or a glimpse of your environment. Chanel, Axe, Giovanni. I snooped your vanities. I saw the bags and the packaging filling your sorted bins. Clean countertops and tidy kitchens. I groveled at your civility. My cheeks flushed red, stepping into your threshold. I will not grovel at your sterility any longer. I am overpopulation. Face it. I watched you get picked up after school and I drooled over your elaborate snacks at lunchtime. In high school, I was your clown, believing that your blindness was naive negligence, thinking you'd grow out of it. Saturn has returned and I come to witness you now fully, acknowledging that there is a profit-driven sifting of people. And I see you saying, well, we all can't make it, looking down with your hand on the sifter.